Today is day 240. But I had a revelation over the weekend. The great federal COVID mystery resolved for me over the weekend. I couldn't understand why the federal government had been taking the approach that they had taken on COVID from the very beginning, right? Why, when they knew in January, when they got the Peter Navarro memo, that 100 million people could be infected, why did they do nothing back in January? Why do they keep denying COVID? Why did the federal government basically abdicate responsibility and leave it to the states? Why was the federal approach devoid of following the science? I couldn't understand it until I heard the chief of staff on television this weekend. And sometimes people actually will tell you what they mean. And the chief of staff said, we are not going to control the pandemic. We are going to control the fact that we get vaccines, therapeutics, and other mitigation areas. That, my friends, is their theory. We're not going to control the pandemic. All we can do is develop a vaccine and a therapeutic. That's what they believe. That's what they believed from day one. They can't control the virus. And that was, in my opinion, factually a wrong premise back in January, and it was the wrong conclusion. It is a threshold issue, because if you believe you can't control it, then you don't even try. And the federal government has never tried to control the virus. And their focus has always been, we need to get a vaccine quickly. It was, in effect, preemptive capitulation. The virus attacks in January. They say we can't control it. They put their hands up. That was preemptive capitulation. The federal government, think back in January, the federal government sees the projections. This is how many people are going to get sick. This is how many people are going to die. They're watching what happened in China and Italy at the time, and you saw that number going straight up, right? And they believed there were only two options. Option A is close down the economy. Option B was let the virus spread. That's what they saw, and that's what they believed. Either we have to close down the economy or we have to let the virus spread, and they were not going to close down the economy. Because, as the president has said 100 times, for him, it's all about the economy. And he was not going to close the economy. So let the virus spread. There was a third option that they didn't consider, that you can control the spread of the virus by having a phased economic reopening. That was the right answer back in January, February, March, and it is the right answer today. It was never binary. It was never, let's keep the economy open versus let's attend to public health. It was always both. And not just in the retrospective, it's what they're doing today that's the problem. They're following the same approach today. It has always been both.